TC Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back to the Spiritual Shepherd YouTube channel. Today we are going to be getting into quantum leaping, quantum shifting, and this is ultimately identity shifting. So quantum identity shifting. And I want you to kind of look at it that way, where it's like we all have different characters. We all play different characters. Specifically with like the major arcana. You know, like there's 22 major arcana, which emulate the hero's journey. Okay. And the hero's journey, there's different things that we have to really get into and cultivate with that. Okay, if I'm cultivating this characteristic or this type of character, what type of identity does this person cultivate quantumly? How can I quantumly build the proper character that attracts the things that I want into my life, that attracts the lifestyle, that attracts the relationships, that attracts the finances, that attracts specific types of things that I see myself as more than any other character I could play. Okay, that is a big cultivation. And so, yes, we have a multitude of characters, 22 characters that we can play in the major arcana and the hero's journey. But the thing is like, we always perpetuate certain cycles that we've been programmed to believe in. And the key really is to let go of a lot of our old programming that doesn't. So I'm not saying in completion, get rid of your old programming, but that doesn't align with who you truly are authentically, who you are as a consensual autonomous being. That's really what it is, a consensual autonomous being. Now, one big aspect is as we quantum shift, as we quantum leap, I want you to really see that you are changing your mitochondria. You're changing your cellular input and output. You are changing the way that you speak internally. You are changing the way that you feel internally. You are changing the internal notifications that you are signaling in your cells. You are changing all of those different types of things. You're changing the way that you act. You're changing your habits. You are changing the way that you speak about yourself and how you speak about others, how you speak in general. You are changing the way that you dress. You are like, if you were to go through a whole identity shift, a whole quantum identity shift, where you were to go from one person to another person in a matter of seconds. See, and we talk about this with Bashar, that every second you are somebody brand new, and it's based on your belief systems, your permission slips, what you permit, what you allow, what you choose to allow. And that's the thing is like, you have to start building boundaries and cultivating this stuff. And what do I agree with? What don't I agree with? What do I stand for? What don't I stand for? Okay. And this really gets into the thing of, okay, so if we have all these stuff, all this different stuff that we want to cultivate. Okay, what type of character is this character? Is this person a fool? Is this person a magician? Is this person a high priestess? Is this person an emperor? Is this person an empress? What type of vibration are you emitting? Okay, and then there's also like, you don't want to be an emperor in negative things, because that's really leading you towards like, you're really stuck in your ways and you're very powerful in your negative ways. What you want to do is you want to transmute that. Okay, you want to let go of that. It's about letting go. It's about letting go of old patterns. It's about transcending and letting go of old things that no longer serve the person who you know that you are truly and authentically. Next thing is, as we quantum shift and quantum leap, you have to look at all the different ways that you already act. And then if I always do this, you have a column, you have two columns. This is how you act right now, and you have to be as honest and forthcoming as you possibly can. And then on the other column, this is who I really am deciding to be, and see how much they align. If they don't align at all, then you really have to get rid of your old stuff, because it's not about wanting new stuff. Everybody wants new stuff. It's about getting rid of old stuff. Because if those old things are not what you're happy about, then you have to really channel and be grateful for the things that you already have. in the way that, or the way that you're being. Okay? It's a very simple technique. It's not difficult to really think about. A lot of us over conceptualize it. A lot of us, even, yeah, like self concept, we over conceptualize it, or we over contemplate it, or we over complicate it. Okay? And it's not as complex as we think. It's very, very simple. It's very easy. It's really just transforming your identity from a inside point of view. How do you speak to yourself? How do you want to speak to yourself? And it's not about wanting, though. It's about being it. So it's like, how do I speak to myself? Am I okay with speaking to myself the way that I'm speaking to myself? Okay? You have to really contemplate that. Then you also be like, how do I choose to really speak to myself? Is this how I choose really to speak to myself? And then once you identify what that is, boom, make that part of your identity. I speak to myself positively. I speak to myself energetically. I can actually have more rest with less sleep. I can actually build muscle a lot quicker. I'm actually not tied to my genome. I'm actually not tied to this. I'm actually not tied to this. And you can find out what type of being you want to be. Not who other people have told you to be, not who your peers, your exes, your friends, your ex-friends, your family, your ex-family, any of this stuff. You don't need other people to tell you who you are. That's the purpose of you. That is the purpose of you, is for you to tell us who you are. For you to tell us who you are. It's not, let me tell you who you are. It's the only reason why I'm on this screen is for me to give you the answers which I know work and succeed for me, and then you can imitate those and emulate those into your own life, and then you embody that and you blossom that, you flower that. And then I see you in the street and I'm like, that person has the vibe. That person has the vibe because they are embodying it properly. They're not seeking outside of them all the time to fulfill their lives and to up-level their lives. It's like, no, it's all within. It's all within you. Okay? Everything is within us. How is our psychology? Quantum shifting is easy. How is my psychology? Okay, this is who I am. This is he to who I want to be, or whatever. You could say something like that. You could just be like, all right, so do these align? Okay, and whatever doesn't align, what does this person do? Okay, well, he does this and he does this, so he does this and he acts this way and he trains this way and he thinks this way and he speaks this way and he has a psychological brain this way and he, all these different types of things. He studies this way. He makes this much money. This is what he invests in. All this different stuff, okay? And anything that doesn't align, even with who you, as you are right now, okay? Anything that doesn't align with this, you just don't even pay it any attention. And you don't pay it any emotion. You don't have any emotional response to it. It's like you driving in traffic. You're like, I'm going to hit all green lights. I'm going to hit all green lights. I'm going to hit all green lights. And it's like all affirmative, okay? And so anytime that you react to somebody cutting you off and a yellow light happening or a red light happening, it's just like you're going to actually promote more of those things. But every time that you're grateful that you keep getting green lights, you're going to drive earlier in the morning or later at night where there's just more green lights. It's very, very interesting, and it's not difficult to think. And it's just like parallel reality jumping, and it's all quantum. It's all internal. It's like you can jump to the better point forward to which you want to be, where you have less resistance and less negativity that you would attract or attach to, and you would actually be able to just be attractive and magnetic towards more positive realities, and that is leading you towards something even greater and leading you towards more of who you are as an authentic Aboriginal being. Peace, much love, namaste. Talk to you guys soon. See you in the next one.